Namaskar. We are having a glimpse of Dnyaneshwari and Geeta. Today, 6th chapter, 24 to 28th to 8 verse and 375 to 390 OV of Gyaneshwari. Dnyaneshwari. Okay? संकल्प प्रभवान कामान त्यक्त्वा सर्वान अशेषतः मनसैव इंद्रिय ग्रामम विनियम्य समन्ततः 24 शनै शनै रूपमेत बुद्ध्या धृति गुहितया आत्मसंस्थ मन कृत्वा न किंचिदपि चिंतयेत् यतो यतो निश्चरति मनश्चंचलम अस्थिरम ततस्तत नियमेत एतत् आत्मन्नेव वशम ने स्लो इट्स वेरी डिफिकल्ट टू से स्लो प्रशांत मनसम येनम योगिनम सुखमुत्तमम उपैति शांत रजसम ब्रह्मभूतम अकल्मषम युंजन एवं सदात्मानं योगी विगत कल्मषः सुखेन ब्रह्म संस्पर्शम अत्यंतम सुखमश्नुते. What happens that 24th संकल्प प्रभवान कामान त्यक्त्वा सर्वान शेषतः, that person becomes yogi who happens to be very well disciplined in his thought process, in his actions, in his behavior, and whatever the work he does, and the vicious kind of life he lives. And that discipline happens to be favoring the humanitarian values, moral values. That person becomes a harmless creature for each and every entity on earth, beyond earth, inside and outside. Manasaiva Indriya Gramam Vinayamma Samagrata. Okay? Mind, body, and everything gets disciplined. At that time, you can become a yogi. Does it mean that the military person is a yogi? The answer is if he happens to be walking on the humanitarian path first, is living a sattvic life without hurting anybody. Third, he is doing it for the cause of achieving enlightenment, not for the enmity of others. Fourth, he is not living for self but living for all the people. Fifth, he is always on the righteous path, not on the bad path. And he is consuming only proper food that is required, not improper food, improper things he is consuming or drinking or whatever he has to do. He has to follow righteous path. Then only, even soldiers have high chances of becoming enlightened if they follow these five. See, there are five more paths are there. Five only I told. There are five more things they have to follow that they should realize, they should study, in fact. So apart from that, even student in the student age, even the house managers are there, they have to follow all the norms. Right at 6:10, if 7 o'clock the bus of a child is coming or he has to leave for the school, 16 everything should be ready. They follow the time very well. They are also well disciplined. The people going to office, they are also well disciplined. Students, they are also well disciplined. Only thing that they have to follow the certain norms, as I told, as he has also told, that you have to follow the path of righteousness. Do not think bad things. Always be on the righteous path and all those things. If you follow this, if everyone follow this, then what happens? परितोची योगी बापा एके परी आहे सोपा जरी पुत्र शोकू संकल्पा दाखवीजे. If you are thinking in a right way and going on the right path, it's okay. But if your mind thinks something bad, immediately you have to overcome that thought. Otherwise, what happens? That thought is generated. Your brain takes a decision to go. Suppose you want to eat a rasgulla, a sweet meat. So you go and take it, buy it, and eat it. So there are many things you can do that way. But if that path is not right, you check it, oh no, it's not good. Right now we have to, suppose there are people who are fatty, they will think that I have to reduce my weight. Then they will follow that now. If you have money, you'll go and buy. If they don't have money, then their mind will keep it. Oh, I couldn't eat that. Okay, these both things are bad. That you become greedy and have a lot of things. And if you don't have money, you become, oh, I don't have, so they'll start blaming in this and that, and all those things are there. So both things are bad. So immediately, how did it started? Just I had to eat a sweet meat. From that thought, everything has started. If you can overpower that thought, or otherwise that thought gets merged with the God, that God, this is the thought, you take care of it. Then other things do not follow. Then you see, oh, transparently, oh, my mind was like this, there are a lot of thoughts and all those things, but now no thoughts are there. I can see the God inside and out clearly. That is possible. हा विषयांते निमालिये ऐके इंद्रिय नेमाच्या धारणी देखे तरी हे घालूनी मुके जीवितांसी. It means that if you are going after the bad things, if you are going after the greed, and if you cannot control your organs, hands and brain and mind as well, then you are likely to lose your control and you are likely to not become a yogi straight away. ऐसे वैराग्य हे करी तरी संकल्पाची सरे वारी सुखे धृतीचा धवळारी बुद्धी नांदे. Some kind of vairagya, some kind of control has to be there. Then only you can overcome the good and bad things and the generation of certain kinds of thought process as well. And once you have to start somewhere. Once you start, the early age, the better. Or even if in this age you become realize, you get realized that this is not a good path, you follow that path, you feel that that is good, which is not harming any entity, you follow that path. That's better, because once you are awakened and following that path, you can become a realized soul very soon. Whenever you wake up, that's the morning for you, new morning for you. It doesn't mind at which moment you are living. Okay, let us go ahead. शनै शनै रूपमेत बुद्ध्या धृती गृहीतया आत्मसंस्थं मनः कृत्वा न किंचिदपि चिन्तयेत्. Slowly, शनै शनै means slowly. You discipline your mind, brain and soul. Atmasonstham manah krutva. You try to become one with the God at all the times. Okay. So slowly you can become one with the God, stay with the God at all the times without thinking anything else. So you have to stay put with the God at all the times, and that is the best way to live. Yato yato nischarati manaschancchalam asthiram. Slowly, when you practice, your ruffled mind becomes unruffled. You stop thinking, stop going to lot of places, start to remain calm. Tatastato niyamya etat atmaneo vasham nayat. So you start to remain one with the God at all the times. So you have to practice hard. It is also kind of a study. It is a penance, in fact, every moment. बुद्धी धर्या होय वसवटा तरी मनाते अनुभवाची वाटा हळूहळू करी प्रतिष्ठा आत्मभूने. Slowly, once your brain realizes, mind realizes that this is the way you have to go, you start experiencing good things. And slowly, your mind remains in the home, the real home of God, the Atma Buddha. It starts living at a place it should live. That is your real place. You remain one with the God, the Paramatma Swarup you become, and that is the real place you should live at all the times. याही एके परी प्राप्ती आहे विचारी हे न टके तरी सोपारी आणिक ऐके. Now Sri Krishna and Arjuna are very good friends. Shall I tell you one more easy thing? Okay, like that. आता नियमची हा ऐकला जीवे करावा आपुला जैसा कृत निश्चयाच्या बोला बाहेर आला. One thing you remember, that you'll remain always with the God. This is what you should decide and go ahead and do all the work. Then what will happen? You'll offer all the things to God. your all the work become one with the God. Your work will become worship. Everything you do, you will do it for the God. So you start thinking that 100% yourself is inside, not outside. Something like that he's trying to tell. जरी येतुलेने चित्त स्थिरावे, when your mind remains stable with the God, तरी काजा आले स्वभाव न राहे तरी घालावे मोकलून. So what happens that there are a lot of meanings in this hidden, that your life becomes entangled in so many things. A lot of things are there. Once you open one lot of things, you find that nothing is there. Why I'm taking 8.4 million because I have some kind of wishes, some kind of uh, some kind of package. So I have to get rid of that package. Then the Paramatma is there inside and outside, above and below as well. So I had given one example of once I was working in Arunachal Pradesh, so we went for some work to Meghalaya. So I hope everybody knows that the river is there and that uh, water storage is there, where if you see from up above a 10 meter or 30 meters deep, you can see the water that is so transparent, the purest water in the world. So I said, shall I take that stone? He said, sir, don't go. It is more than 30 feet depth. You have to go down, bring it out. It is, I said, so much transparent. He said, yes. So once you see the transparently what is inside you, the same Paramatma is inside, same Paramatma is outside. Imagine what a fantastic thing to feel. So once you get rid of all these complications in your life, your life becomes simple. You can see Paramatma inside, outside. It is an experience of so many people. One more example I gave, in early childhood, you see, we used to have a lot of debates and discussions. Hours together on Saturday and Sunday and all these things. I told you a lot of time. So once we said 4 or 5 students were there, I was there. One sannyasi said, I shall take one stand that you have created this world. God has not created anything. God is everywhere. Okay, he said. Then we took a stand. You see, somebody said we have to study so much hard. You are not studying. Your days are gone. That's why you are saying like that. So he said. So the sannyasi means sadhu, and that he said. But who created the problem of not studying? He said he himself. Yeah, then you have created all these things. Then who created this world? This world is created by you. Whether you are there or whether you are not there, this world will go with you. And this world is created by you only. Okay, then slowly we came to realize that yes, this world is creation of us. Otherwise it doesn't exist. Brahmam Satyam Jagat Gita. He proved, and then he went to 10-15 minutes later. We realized, what did we do? I mean, his name is not known to anyone in the world. Such kind of, devoted people are there in India. They are devoting their whole life for good cause, but their name is unknown to the world. They are not, this, that camera and, they are not into these worldly things. Camera savvy and public savvy and name and fame savvy. They are not like that. I just want to convey the message that I'm here. Otherwise, what to do? Whether we are here or not, this world is going on, will go on as well. Okay. So, मग मोकलेले जेथे जेथे जायला तेथून नेमूची घेऊन येईल ऐसने स्थैर्याची होईल सवय या. So once you get out of these complexities in life, you will understand that one discipline can take yourself to the sthairya, means you can remain one with the God. Just one sankalpa, one thing you have to remember always, that you are God. You are one with the God. God is inside and outside. Body is Chaitanyamika. Everywhere the Chaitanyama is there. This is Chidvilasavad of Dnyaneshwari Maharaj. So this is what we will realize at all the times. Prashanta manasam yehenam yoginam sukhamuttamam upaiti shanta rajasam brahma bhutam akalmasham Like this, prashant means infinite peace. You are living in infinite peace. When infinite peace is there, infinite sukh means happiness and joy is also there. Upaiti Shantarajasam, Brahma Bhutam Akalmasham. When you become one with the Brahma Tattva, when you become a realized soul, enlightened soul. Beautiful. पाठी केतुलीने एके वेळे तर या स्थैर्याचे मेळे आत्मस्वरूपा जवळ येईल सहजे. Then you will realize that whatever happened in the past 8.4 million births, what is going to happen in future right now as well, everything has gone, has become one with the God. Now your package is gone, all the packages, future, present and past. What is left? Nothing is there. How much light you feel, you see, imagine. And then you become one with the God. Atmasrupa Java Yeda. So you go nearer to the God. Still it is a limiting, 100% you are not reach. 99.999999999%. Still some part is left. So you go nearer to the God. Then, when you become 100%, ते या देखून अंगा घडेला ते इथं अद्वैती द्वैत बुडेला आणि ऐक्य तेजी उघडेला त्रैलोक्य. Once you get rid of this dvaita means duality, body is different, this world is different, you go out of this, then you becomes 100% God, become 100% with, one with the Paramatma. आणि ऐक्य तेजी उघडेला त्रैलोक्य. So in Trilok means everywhere you will see that God only. आकाशी दिसे दुसरे ते अभ्र जय विरे ते गगनचिका भरे विश्व जैसे. So in the sky you see a lot of clouds are coming, either they are getting evaporated or getting scattered, or they are creating rains and falling down, then again the sky becomes clear. Like that, inside and out you can see Paramatma, and Paramatma is clearly there for you. आकाशी दिसे दुसरे ते अभ्रजय विरे ते गगनचिका भरे विश्व जैसे. So the world which was for you, which was filled with lot of complexities, has vanished in fact, and you have become God, the formless God. तैसे super conscious God everywhere. तैसे चित्त लया जाय आणि चैतन्याची आगवे होय तैसे प्राप्ती सुखोपाय आहे येणे. Like that, everywhere Chaitanya is there, and you become one with the God, Satchidananda Paramatma. At that time you can be called as yogi, but at that time you are not there to call yourself yogi because nothing is left for you. Okay? Only Paramatma is left, nothing. So many times I said, that zero is equal to infinity. Zero thought, infinite soul. One and the same thing. I mean, though there are many people who have achieved the zero thought, but they have not become infinite soul. That situation is also been discussed here. And once you have achieved zero thought and you have become infinite soul, at that time you can be called as a yogi. And hence this shlok. And next shlok is very important. युंजन देवम सदात्मानो योगी विगत कल्मषः सुखेन ब्रह्म संस्पर्शम अत्यंतम सुखमश्नुते. So when you remain one with the God at all the times, vigata kalmasha, all the kalmashi, all the complexity, thoughts and everything has been gone out, means they are not existing inside your brain, mind and soul. Sukhena brahma sansparsham. So you become one with the God, and you remain forever there. How? Dnyaneshwari Maharaj he is telling you. या सोपिया योगस्थिती उकल देखीलागा प्रवृत्ती संकल्पाच्या संपत्ती रुसोनिया. This is real Aishwarya, this is a real richness of God, that you have achieved the yoga sthiti and you see everything, you have opened all the complexities in your life, and you see, like, today the Sankranti is there, people fly the kites, so that threads are they get entangled, so slowly you get rid of those entangles, you see the straight thread is there. Like that your life becomes straight ekdam. Okay? Sankalpachya sampatti rusuniya. So you become one with the God for all the time. ते सुखाचे नि सांगाते आले परब्रह्म आतोते ते तर लवण जैसे जाते सांडूने. So you become one with the God, you remain happy forever. How you remain happy forever, joyous forever? लवण जैसे जळाते ते सुखाचे नि सांगाते, आले परब्रह्मा आतवते, तेथ लवण जैसे जळाते सांडू नये. You might have heard about that paraphrase many a times. In fact, the story, of the a toy made up of salt is tied with the thread and it is dipped into the ocean. Then you bring out the thread. What happens? That has been get the in the solvent it get dissolved. Like that, if our soul becomes pure when it is dipped into the ocean, infinite ocean of God, it gets diluted into that. So this example is here in Dnyaneshwari. It is 388 OV in the 28th verse of Gita 6th chapter. 6th chapter, 20th verse. युंजन देवं सदात्मानो योगी विगत कल्मषः सुखेन ब्रह्म संस्पर्शम अत्यंतम सुखमश्नुते. And 88 OV. ते सुखाचे नि सांगाते, आले परब्रह्म आतवते, तेथ लवण जैसे जळाते सांडू नेणे. Remember this. A toy made up of salt, when it's dipped into the ocean, gets vanished forever. Like that, our soul gets vanished into the infinite soul of God forever, and then you become yogi. Next example, that is also you will hear a lot of times. तैसे होय ते मिळी मग सामरस्याची या रावळी महासुखाची दिवाळी जगेसी. So at every moment you will experience the Diwali, the Christmas, the Eid, and whatever you may say, the joy is forever. Mahasukhachi Diwali. When you become a yogi, you become one with the God. The Yehovah, the Allah Mia, the Paramatma, the Ram, the Krishna, the infinite God, the the Father, infinite Atma, Paramatma, infinite, Anantokoti Brahmanda Nayak, and all those things. You become one with that. So this is also one of the example you will hear a lot of time. How can everybody experience that at every moment Diwali? Sometimes you will feel the pinching. Oh, that pinching is for a momentary thing. Yeah? This body is momentarily. It is going to vanish into unseen after some time. Dnyaneshwari Maharaj, the 21 years he has taken Sanjeevan Samadhi. Swami Vivekananda said at 42 he was no more. 100 years here before I was not there, 100 years later I will not be there. He said that. Still Mahasukhaji Diwali Jagesi Dise. So Jaga means Ja means to born, Ga means Gavan means to die. It happens inside our mind. Lot of thoughts are coming, going, a lot of things are happening and going and all these things. We have to live a life, pure ethical life, doing all the things perfectly well, as far as possible, doing, and becoming a harmless creature for every entity. That has to be done in everyday life. And still, you have to become yogi by doing that. Otherwise, you will get lost into something else. If your aim is not to achieve enlightenment. So that is why to become enlightened, achieving mukti, achieving enlightenment, serving the people as the work is worship. This is very important. Then you have to decide that whether you want to come here again and again to serve the people or not. It is left to you. Okay, but first try to achieve that, the highest state of mind, and then we'll think about next things. That is also very important. Okay. So ऐसे आपुले पायवरी चालीचे आपुले पाठवेरी हे पार्था नागवे तरी आन ऐके. Now what he is saying has once Lokmanya Tilak was there are a lot of super intelligent people who will do, in place of going straight down, they will take this path. So one person in Pune said to Pune, they are super brains. The super brain with good qualities, they will definitely achieve good things. But this person just for fun, he asked to Lokmanya Tilak that while you are walking, you see from the Hooke's telescope, we saw the bacteria and viruses, for example, bacteria. And there are ants, they also die when you walk on the street. But you are ahinsavadi, means you believe in non-violence, but they are dying. So what you will do? He said, from tomorrow onward, you do one thing. You keep the legs on your head and then you walk. So everybody started laughing. So this is just a fun side of it. But what Naneshwar Maharaj is saying, that you walk on you by keeping the feet on your back itself. It means that, like, Vishnu put a leg on the head of the Bali Raja. So indirectly, what he means to say, that those things which are overpowering you, the bad things, they had to be suppressed. I mean, not literally suppressing the human beings. No, bad qualities you have to suppress, or otherwise offer at the feet of God. These are the things I am not been able to control. Please take care of it. And then you go beyond all these complexities in life, so your complexities are vanished. You can see in depth the whole depth of the Paramatma from inside and outside as well, and you become one with the God. And then you can say that you have keeping the feet on your own self, and you are walking the path of freedom, the enlightenment, self-realized soul, and then you are living a life that is meant to be lived by every human being. How beautifully it is said. If somebody asks you where the example of salt toy getting dissolved in the ocean is there, please give him the example of this 388 verse of 6th chapter of Dnyaneshwari. Then where every day Diwali, Christmas and Eid, or some every day, every moment it is there, give him the example of 389 verse, Mahasukhachi Diwali. It is in Dnyaneshwari. You can give the reference as well. 6th chapter of Geeta and Dnyaneshwari, 388 and 89 verse. Okay, many times we were asked about this, then that is why I'm giving this reference. I'm not giving anything in detail in the in writing in this one, because somehow didn't get time, and till now some 1 lakh 2 lakh pages have been typed, so I don't feel typing is, and nobody is coming to help me as such. I mean, because they are on their own path, I'm on different path, so many times this problem is there. I mean, so if but I hope you will be listening all these things. That is very important, because message has to reach to the people. We don't know whether this video will be watched by all today or tomorrow or when. So whosoever and whenever somebody listen to this, he should realize that these are the examples, that you have to become as pure as salt, which can get diluted into the ocean. Our soul should become so pure that it can get diluted into infinite soul of God. Become pure, become a yogi, and experience the Satchidananda Swarup infinite time at every moment, Diwali, the joy forever. Okay, so let us try to live such life. Thank you very much.